Right, guys, we want to do this project map your mind. What we want to do specifically here is to write a pseudocodes for the task 0 first. We want to write a pseudocode for the task 0. Yeah, we are asked to, let's look at the question first so we know what we are asked to do. The first question here says we to develop an algorithm, calculate the sum of squares of given input of number. What we want to do is to create pseudocode in a Google document and give access to anyone with the link. First of all, I'm going to be using Jupyter Notebook to create that. Well, the first thing we are going to do is to enter. It's for the users to input a number or to enter a number. Since we are talking about two numbers here, the first step in writing our pseudocode is that the users input a number. As you can see, the code for that is this. The code for that is this. Then the users input another number. The code for that is the first step in writing the pseudocode. Now the second step is that the numbers are squared and then sum as follow. Those words written, those lines written with hash is just telling you what we are doing, what the code is doing here, what the operation that the code is performing. That is what the lines with the hash are saying. So the numbers are squared, that is the second step. The numbers are squared and then sum as follow. That is the processes that happen. Now the code for that is here. The last step is to print the results. So the code to print the results is given below. Now let's demonstrate if let's see how this thing works. Now let's demonstrate that. Enter a number. That's the enter a number. That's the first step that the user do. Let's enter 8. So we enter another number. Let's say we enter 7. Then the last step is printed already, which is the sum of square of given input of number. So if you want to write our pseudocodes, we may not necessarily input all the code. We can just write the one with the hash as our pseudocode. Then we can also write it this way. The step, this is the start. When we enter our numbers, then it displays and enter a number, then accept the number. For the second one, we entered the user entered the number, it accepts the number. Then the sum of squared of the number is given here. Then it displays the sum of squares of given input of number, and that is here. This is the pseudocodes for the first question. Now let's look at the number 1 question. It's saying that we should write an algorithm or develop an algorithm that reads in 3 numbers and write them all in sorted order. Well, the first thing we do here is to read in 3 numbers. We're going to read in 3 numbers. That's the first thing we do, and that is for the number 1, the user enters the first number, the algorithm enters the second number, then the third number. That is the first step. Now the second step is to create a sorted ordering. In Python there is a function for that, which is this. This is the code for that here. We may not necessarily write the code, but this is what this code is saying, is performing. The action is performing here is to create a sorted ordering. Then the last step there is to print the 3 sorted numbers. So when you print the code for that is written here. Now let's demonstrate that. Now let's enter the first number. Let's say the first number is 5. Enter. The second number, assuming 6. Then the third number, say 9. Now you can see that the third number is printed in order from the lowest to the highest in ascending order. So if you want to write your pseudocode for this, you may not necessarily have to write all the code. Those one with hash, those lines with the hash, you can read it. The first step, read in 3 number. The second step, create a sorted ordering, and the last step, print or write the 3 sorted number. That is the pseudocodes for that question. Thank you.